Well, the government shutdown in the U.S. has affected also 42 million low-income Americans who rely on the so-called SNAP food aid program to buy groceries. On Friday, the U.S. Supreme Court allowed the Trump administration to withhold funds for that program. Those depending on the assistance are uncertain when they'll receive it again. Many are now relying on food banks to feed their families.
Volunteers bagging produce at New York Common Pantry. The food bank helps feed the people affected by the delay in receiving benefits under the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, commonly known as food stamps. Recipients had a ray of hope when a federal court ordered the Trump administration to pay November benefits in full. But those hopes are dashed, at least for now, by the Supreme Court pausing the order while the case winds through appeals.
That, to me, is an extreme, just horror to me that as an American citizen at my age, I can't have Thanksgiving dinner with my family because I can't afford the groceries.
The food banks themselves are also starting to feel the strain.
Well, we started the year anticipating providing about 50 million meals of food to our community. And it looks like we will have to increase that by at least 20% and provide about 60 million meals into our community.
On Wednesday, the government shutdown became the longest in history, eclipsing the 35-day record set during Trump's first term. Democrats on Capitol Hill are placing the blame squarely on the president.
It really will come down to President Trump because, for the most part, Republicans in Congress do what Trump tells them to do. And if he tells them to negotiate and find a deal, then they will do that.
But the White House says the blame lies with the Democrats.
What we'd like to do is for the Democrats to open up the government. Of course, then we can fund SNAP, and we can also do a lot of other good things for the American people. But in the midst of a shutdown, we can't have a federal court telling the president how he has to triage the situation.
For all the people lining up at the food banks, though, it doesn't matter so much who's to blame. They just want to feed their families.